Hi YouTube, it's Christina again. I'm going to do a little video update on my lip ring, which you can see is not there anymore, and my stretched ear. So, shorter story first. My ears, I'm still stretching them. This one's at a 6 now. This one's at an 8. It was at an 8 last time. So what had happened was I decided I was going to stretch. I waited the full 6 weeks to let them heal, get all ready to go, so they were happy when I stretched them. I should have known immediately when the taper didn't go into this one well. It took probably a good half an hour to 45 minutes just to work the taper through this. I'm like walking around, I'm holding it on there, more oil, more heat, just trying to make it go in. And that is my learning experience, light bulb moment from this ear stretch, is that now I know what appropriate pressure and pain feels like versus damage. Everyone I saw on YouTube said 8 gauge to 6 gauge is a tough stretch. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna be painful. I saw a lot of people having trouble with just the 6 gauge being super stubborn on their left ear, and I should have known better. So it ended up going through eventually. Then I went to this side. Of course it went in immediately. I just popped it right in. No problem at all. It still stung a little bit, but not half as bad as the ridiculousness that happened with this ear. It swelled up, it got red, it was hard to touch. Definitely couldn't sleep on it. So I ended up sleeping on it. No, I slept on this ear. I had to sleep on this ear for like 2 or 3 nights, and it was still painful and hard to touch and just not a party. So I knew something was up. So I decided, look, it's swollen. I'll give it more room. I'll go and get these other plugs that I have, and I'll switch them out because they're longer. And if it's going to be all swollen, I'll give it some space. So I take the plug out. When I take the plug out, it starts bleeding and gunk comes out. And it was just gross. And I thought, oh my God, I've gotten a blowout. So I cleaned it up really good, checked the front and the back, see no signs of damage, no blowout, anything like that. But clearly something got ripped or torn or messed up from me jamming that stupid taper into my ear. So I thought, you know what, better safe than sorry. I will downsize and just accept defeat and wait. Which is what I ended up doing. I put my 8s back in, cleaned it up. Immediately the swelling went down. Everything was happy from then on, and haven't had a problem with it since. Slept on it that night. So obviously this ear was not ready to stretch. You should not feel excruciating pain. It should not take half an hour to 45 minutes to get the taper through. All of these things I know now because trial and error. So there's that. So I'm gonna wait. This ear, no problem at all. The usual crusting, no blood, no pus, no nastiness, anything crazy happening with this ear at all. It's just normal ear. So on to story number 2. My lip ring that is no longer with us, God rest its soul. I took it out. It was such a pain in the butt. I originally got it pierced with a labret stud. The swelling got to a point where it panicked me. It didn't get anywhere near like those crazy videos you see where people's lips are like, some disfigured thing. Nothing like that, but in my infinite piercing wisdom, I decided I would handle the problem on my own instead of taking my happy butt back to the piercer and just simply asking for a longer bar. I thought, here's my golden opportunity. I want to hoop anyway. The swelling is really bad. I feel like it's eating the back of the labret stud. I'm just going to change it out myself. So I did, which proved to be a mistake because I could not find a hoop. I found a horseshoe. I put that in there, and it seemed okay for a while, but I just really hated how the horseshoe felt, and I grew to hate the horseshoe because I'd be really careful about getting makeup around it. I couldn't put lipstick on. I mean, all those people that are inspiring with 25 lip rings putting on lipstick, I can't do it. Yay for you. But I didn't like how it felt when I would talk and it would stick to the top of the lip ring. Or you ever try to eat a taco with a lip ring in? No, you look ridiculous. My kids were making fun of me. I thought, no. I just really didn't like how it felt. So I thought, wow, maybe I prefer a stud. So I decided I would try and change it out. That did not go well. I pulled the horseshoe out, tried to put the stud in, worked and worked and worked until my lip was twice the size it was and bleeding, and still did not have the stud in there. I don't know if healing around the hoop changed the angle of the piercings. I understand that the camps are divided on that. Some people say no, it doesn't. It doesn't change the hole or the shape of it or whatever. Some people say it does. I don't know. I just know I couldn't get my Librette step back in. So, stud. So I tried on and off for a few months, just desperately trying to get the stupid thing in, giving it a few weeks to calm down, trying again, until I just decided it's not healed enough. This will go smoothly once it's healed. So I waited another month, didn't touch it, left it alone, and tried again. And when it didn't happen this time, I finally gave up, and I thought, look, you just have to go back to the piercer. You just suck it up, go in there and be like, hello, I'm an idiot, and I didn't follow directions, and I did what I wanted, and I screwed it up. Can you help me? So I went back, and he took me back, and he was like, sure, yeah, I'll switch it out for you. He couldn't switch it out either. Same thing again. Lip spool up to twice its size, couldn't fit the Librette stud in there, and he said, oh, well, there might be a guy in Portland that could help you out with this special tool. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, no. I'm not driving downtown because of this. So I came home and I decided then and there, if I couldn't get it changed in a month, it was coming out. I was done. So I gave it another month, waited, didn't touch it, cleaned it. Everything seemed normal. It seemed to be healing fine. Pulled it out and tried to change it, and the same thing happened again. It blew up to twice its size. I mean, within seconds. Not over the course of me messing with it did it blow up. I mean, within seconds of taking the hoop out and trying to insert another stud in there. It just... So I messed with it until it was swollen and bleeding again. And then just said, screw it. I'm done. I'm done. This thing will not cooperate. I have clearly taken several missteps on this lip ring journey. I'm not doing this. So I took it out, and I had a little grieving moment because I really wanted it. I really did. I just messed it up. And it didn't agree with me either. So I decided no on the oral piercings from here on out. No more. I didn't like the way the metal hit my teeth. When the stud was in, I didn't like how the hoop felt. I couldn't get the Bioplast in, but the whole messing with your gums and recession and stuff kind of freaked me out. So no more oral piercings for me at all. I might get my septum done in the future. I'll just work on my tattoos, things like that. But it was a sad day, but you'll be smarter than me. I hope you learned something. The lesson of the day is, don't be like Christina. Go to your piercer. If you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining, mildly amusing, maybe hopefully educational, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment below if you have a similar ear stretching / piercing horror story or experience that you would just like to get off your chest. I would like to know. I'm not alone. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.